Okay, so if you ask me how to develop high order thinking in students and why I'm talking about this topic, because it is very important. Developing high order thinking skill in student is crucial now these days. So how can I say this and what should I say this? मैं इसको कैसे कह सकता हूँ और कैसे मैं मुझे इसको कहना चाहिए? There are different ways from different teachers of method of teaching. Now when I have to do this in my class, so how will I do this? First, I will deliver speeches in front of them, and those speeches are basics, like basics, a little bit advanced more, but the content that I will be delivering in front of them must be like very basic, very common, so that they can implement in their life and they understand well, like improving their self-talk, such type of topic, or respecting your parents, or it could be obeying your teachers, respecting your teachers, or managing your time, managing your emotions, and have a daily structured routine so that they can follow. So these are the topics, and on these topics speech can be delivered. So when I will be delivering speeches in the classes, I will make sure that I am asking them to summarize my speech, the entire speech. The speech could be for 2 minutes, for 3 minutes, for 4 minutes, or 5 minutes maximum. And after delivering that speech in easy way, my job is to ask each and every single student in the class, what one learning you have learned so far out of this speech, or can you summarize the entire speech? That is my approach. Why it is important in order to develop high order thinking in students? When I'm delivering a speech in front of them, it is very important because they are learning from me. Their mind is working, how a person thinks, like who is more mature, who is more advanced than them, or who is who has more knowledge. So let's take one example, like improving their self-talk, and I'm just telling them in my speech how you can improve your self-talk. So you have to recite some good positive affirmations in different areas of your life, like study, like health, like managing your time. So these are the affirmations that could be included. And after that, when I will be delivering speeches, it is not like a very difficult task for a student to understand how affirmations work. So after delivering my speech, I will ask them summarizing the topic in your own words. Even if he can make a mistake, like grammatical mistake, that does not matter most. उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. After all, he is sharing. He is standing up, and that matters the most. So I can ask them to summarize the point. Then I will give them a structured plan. Okay, if you have to implement self-talk at home, so you can do some mirror practice. When you are coming from your home to school, and everybody stand in front of a mirror. So when you are standing in front of a mirror, you are combing your hair, dressing, you can recite some good thought and positive affirmation to yourself, like I am a good student, this is my day, I am very powerful, I am very healthy. And all these affirmations really works, especially when you are looking in the mirror, looking into your very eyes, and you are speaking. So that matters the most. And now, how can they develop high order thinking after this process? They are learning from me, from my speech, after listening me, and they are grasping my statements, like, okay, how sir is using some phrases, how he is speaking, the voice, the tonality matter, and also how can I use my own sentence, how can I make my sentence getting help from sir's sentence. That matters. Again, when they are learning words from me, making statements, so they can create their own thought process, they can create their own statement, they can create their own. This is how I developed my high order thinking. See, when I will be learning a lot of when I will be reading a lot of books, so I have found following a daily morning routine. Now I was following someone else's daily routine, by the way, that was very valid, because those daily routines were from authors, qualified entrepreneurs. So I was following their daily routines, daily morning routines. Later on, what I realized, okay, according to my schedule, according to my time, and according to my goal, my mission, my vision, I need to customize my morning routine by myself. First, in the initial phase, I got to learn how to follow, how to set a morning routine, and how to follow that morning routine. Later on, when I will be getting experiences like, okay, 15 minutes meditation, 5 minutes exercise, 5 minutes journaling, 10 minutes reading, and waking up time, like this. So when I will be following other people's morning routine, after gaining some experience, I realized I need to customize my own. This is how I developed high order thinking. I just gave you one example about following morning routine, but you can understand that this is the way I found helpful in order to develop high order thinking in students, because I am speaking from my personal experience. See, it is also works like teaching grammatical rules to students before they are going to create or they are going to write like a very effective writing, very effective poem. Unless they know the grammatical rules, unless they understand the grammatical rules, they will not find out how to write persuasively. They will never find it out. It is also something like that. Before making a new tone, like before making a new song, or like before doing something new, first you have to follow through the steps of those people who are already doing this. And this is how students can develop high order thinking skill in themselves. That's very powerful, that's very effective. First you have to learn from someone who is already doing that, already done, I mean already doing that, and already living that. Then you can own your own style. In NLP there is a complete chapter called modeling. In that particular chapter, one learns from someone else, modeling dicto, like copying everything. For example, I want to learn how to speak in front of a group of people, how to speak in front of an audience, how to share, how to deliver a speech very effectively that can make an impact on my audience. So first I need to watch other speakers, like how they speak, how they move, how they move their body, how they gesticulate, how they are speaking matters most. And then I can learn from them how they are making sentence, how they are moving them. And in the initial phase I can copy a little bit from them. Later on I can own my own style, but first I have to learn from them. I have to follow their steps. Later on I can, when I am owning my own style, speaking my own style, so I am developing high order thinking in myself. Like it, that was just one example of speaking. In order to develop high order thinking, you have to share that type of content that can help students to develop this particular skill. First they must know how to think, in what areas, how people think. First they have to learn from this, then they can know, okay, I need to create something new. If I talk about now, when I was writing, I mean when I was reading quotes from other successful people, that was very powerful. I find them, those, I mean reading those quotes. Okay, when I read a lot about those quotes and when I start writing them like dicto, and also a little bit deeper, adding my knowledge, my experience, and my skills in them, now I can create my own quotes, different, completely unique, and that matters the most. So, in order to develop high order thinking in students, we must first tell them how to develop the high order thinking. First, in the initial phase, they have to follow through exactly what you are saying, and then so that they can add a little bit more from themselves. This is what my experience says. And also other people have different approach. Everybody has different approach to teach someone something. That was my approach, and this approach is coming from my experience, how I learned how to think, I mean even deeper, how to respond, how to do high order thinking. You can do your own, I mean you can on your own style, in your own way. If you like this video, you can subscribe to my channel, you can like the video, and you can drop a comment in the comment box, says, I mean saying something nice. What one part I am just doing here the same, I mean what one part out of this video you like the most. Because when you are learning from me, when you are listening me, and you are adding one comments in your own words, okay, this part I love the most, this part I really like, and you are adding your own style, a little bit your experience, at the same time writing that comment, you are developing high order thinking in yourself.